There's a pulse beating beneath the neon hues of Chase Center tonight, an electric undercurrent whispering, a seismic shift that could forever reshape the soul of Dub Nation, and it's humming around one name, Josh Giddy. Welcome back to Warriors News Fan Report, where raw truths collide with splash-era passion. Smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so your heart never misses a beat. Now, let's peel back the curtain on the swirling storm brewing between Golden State and Chicago, a saga drenched in front office chess, salary cap tightropes, and the relentless hunger to navigate a post-splash era world where the old guard faces the twilight and tomorrow's core is yet to be carved in stone. Word from the insiders Mark Stein among them has the Golden State Warriors, fresh off a roller coaster season fraught with both heartache and flashes of the championship DNA we've come to worship, circling Josh Giddy like a predator sensing opportunity. The Chicago Bulls, locked in their own salary cap straitjacket and grappling with their budding stars' sky-high demands, reportedly refused to meet Giddy's eye-popping $30 million per year contract ask. But here's the rub Warriors front office, electrified by the tantalizing potential of a 22-year-old averaging nearly a triple-double last season, 14.6 points, 8.1 rebounds, 7.2 assists. Face their own salary blockage with Jonathan Kuminga already inking a near-identical salary demand. Both sides are ensnared in a technical, dollar-driven dance, leaving the door cracked open for a blockbuster swap. A Giddy for Kuminga straight-up that drips with possibility, but also bitter complications. Could this be the watershed moment that turns everything on its head, or just another gridlock negotiation to pile up drama for the offseason? The Bulls, it seems, are reluctant to sever ties with Giddy, fully aware of his rare blend of youthful promise and floor leadership that could anchor their franchise for years. In fact, there's a tantalizing wrinkle. The Bulls' interest in Kuminga isn't just a cap play, but an attempt to forge an explosive duo, pairing Giddy's facilitator brilliance with Kuminga's raw, unyielding athleticism in their backcourt. It's a chessboard move, one that would make a straight swap not just a transaction, but a potential existential riddle. Could the Warriors, chasing a hard pivot to modernity in their win-now blueprint, really risk parting with Kuminga, who might thrive immensely under Giddy's orchestration? That playmaker-to-star symbiosis is alluring, but the Bay Area's financial storm clouds are darker than ever. Entrenched mega contracts for Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and the recently acquired Jimmy Butler squeeze every cent of cap space, tying Golden State's hands in a battle where every dollar is a soldier sent to war. In a roster landscape where depth battles young star power, does adding Giddy mean sacrificing the delicate balance that has driven the team since we believe, days through the dynastic peaks? And what of the emotional baggage, the scars of previous off-season gambits? Are Warriors fans ready to bet on a reimagined backcourt that could either torch defenses or crumble under new chemistry's pressure? But here's the under-the-radar bomb no one saw coming. With both teams unwilling to meet these mammoth financial goals, an outright trade seems as tangled as ever, yet the stakes couldn't be higher. Is this moment the sparks before a midsummer blaze, where Giddy steps onto a Warriors court still echoing with the ghosts of Klay Thompson's sharpshooting and the silent grit of Moses Moody? Or is it the calm before a storm that fractures the team's delicate equilibrium, forcing a painful recalibration between experience and potential? The Warriors front office is sitting at a crossroads, caught in a ruthless calculus between preserving their championship window and embracing the youth. This is more than just dollars and stats. It's the essence of a franchise, grappling with its own identity in the shadow of Curry's last prime, Draymond's relentless blue-collar heart, and a legacy begging for renewal. We've seen the highs, the euphoria of splash plays and buzzer beaters lighting up Oracle and Chase alike, and the lows, the near misses, and rebuild whispers. But nothing in recent memory feels as charged as this brewing saga. Could Giddy be the linchpin to usher in a new era of Warriors basketball, a secondary scoring dynamo with triple threat versatility to complement Steph's fading dominance? Or will this stalled saga mark a fracture line, a crack in the foundation of what was once the fiercest dynasty in NBA history? As a lifelong Dub Nation believer, my pulse is racing just writing this, the weight of what's at stake compressing. Every heartbeat into anticipation and doubt. But is this the ignition point for our next title run, or the crack that splits our legacy? Drop your unfiltered takes in the comments. I'll be right there, heart in hand. If you're still clutching your chest from this mind-bending negotiation roller coaster, shout it out loud. Tell me how you're holding on to hope when every rumor feels like a dagger or a lifeline. Because right now the Warriors universe is spinning faster than a Curry crossover, and every heartbeat in Dub Nation is sinking to the question nobody dares answer straight up. Are we riding this Josh Giddy wildcard to a new dynasty, or watching our last winning window dissolve? In real time? Think about it, Stephen Curry, the three-time champ who detonated the limits of shooting, isn't just a player. He's graffiti on the concrete of basketball history. But that splash-infused age. Its sunset is streaking the sky, and the torch. Handoff now sounds like rolling thunder. Giddy's name drops like a meteor, a tantalizing enigma in the swirling tempest of contracts and luxury tax death spirals. Yet here's the raw truth no highlight reel can mask. Jonathan Kuminga equals blueprint. Reborn. Freakish athleticism, flashes of undiluted brilliance, quietly grinding in Draymond's volcanic shadow, waiting for his coronation. Trading him for Giddy isn't just numbers on a spreadsheet. It's a surgery on the very DNA of the Warriors tomorrow. Zoom in. The front office's dimly lit bunker. Mike Dunleavy Jr. taps a pen against the CBA, printed thicker than a Tolstoy omnibus, while cap guru Kirk Lacob scribbles. Alternative hard cap pass on a whiteboard already tattooed with second apron warnings. They know the penalty map by heart. Swap Kuminga's $11 million rookie deal for Giddy's looming extension. You chew straight through the apron and into fiscal purgatory. Suddenly the mid-level vanishes. Cost-saving deals vanish. 2-4-1s get vetoed by the new rulebook. And you're praying Giddy pops sooner rather than later because your roster can't flex if he DOE send single quotes T. Meanwhile, Steph's twilight years are marked by equal parts awe and agony. Those late-game triples that freeze time still happen, but around them linger the quiet knee flare-ups, the minutes caps, the nagging worry that another deep playoff run might be the last. Draymond, self-appointed thermostat of the room, senses the temperature spike. He's torn. Does Giddy's jumbo guard creativity lighten his playmaking burden and stretch his career, or does it rewrite his role into something unrecognizable? Clay looks on, already fighting the fading edges of his own legend, wondering if there'll be touches left for him to rediscover rhythm, slide to the practice gym at Chase Center. The ball machine spit midnight jumpers. Moody's jumper arcs. Long and true, does his steady ascent stall if Giddy's 6'8" frame soaks up the secondary playmaker minutes? Andrew Wiggins, the ever-underrated glue, has his own subplot. He's the quiet wing who took the toughest defensive assignment. Each finals minute, how will his role pivot if possession hubs shift from Curry Dre to Luka Giddy or whoever ultimately orchestrates? Because yes, the rumored tentacles now stretch to Dallas, Chicago, even Toronto. 3-team frameworks flipping picks, climbing or ducking the apron, turning every call into poker at dawn. Kerr stands in the corner, arms folded. What does strength in numbers sound like with a 21-year-old Australian point forward threading cross-court lasers? Does the sacred split action survive or evolve into something more heliocentric? Is he ready to burn legacy pages and sketch a new playbook in charcoal before training camp? But across the bay, Oracle's ghosts still whisper. They saw dynasties end before, run TMC evaporating, the We Believe flame out, KD's Achilles twisting a parade into a hospital vigil. Those echoes warn that youth potential is seductive, but never guaranteed. Kuminga's growth curve could spike at any moment. Everyone remembers Giannis in year 3, right? Trade that lottery ticket and the currency of tomorrow disappears. Forever, yet Giddy's lure is potent. At 6 to 8, he snags boards like a small ball four, threads dimes at elite guard vision, posts nightly triple-double flirtations. Pair him with Luka or Steph, and the seams of conventional defense tear. He could be the antidote to the stagnation that creeps when Klay's legs tire, or when Draymond passes up wide-open layups for kickouts. He could unlock lineup chaos. 5. Playmakers, all shooters, Draymond screening, Giddy rolling, Steph relocating into another backbreak three. If it works, it reinvents motion offense 3.0. If it sputters, if the spacing crunches, if Giddy's shot never passes 34%, then you've thrown your cape into a bonfire you can't douse. And just off stage, the Bulls hover, Chicago's own vision is wobbling Zach LaVine's knee, DeRozan's contract cliff, a fan base thirsting for relevance. They'll demand more than late first or end bench sweeteners. Maybe they want Moses Moody. Maybe they want Baldwin Jr. Maybe they want unprotected 2029 picks that could drop once Curry's statue is unveiled outside the arena. It's ransom at its rawest pay-up or watch Giddy head elsewhere. Every rumor, leak is a tremor. Social feeds warp reality. One burner tweet claiming deal imminent sends #DubNation into a comment section street fight. Another whispers talk stalled and hope flickers bright again for Kuminga believers. Meanwhile, you can smell the tension in Oakland sports bars, Golden Gate fog mixed with IPA foam and anxious adrenaline. Longtime fans recall parade confetti, but also the 53 lost seasons in Oracle's cold corners. They know how fast a dynasty can freefall. The calculus isn't alone on the court either. Chase Center's $1.4 billion mortgage and San Francisco. Tech money expects star juice. Ownership wants nightly sizzle, global viewership numbers, overseas licensing. Giddy's Aussie market plus Luka Global if larger trades follow. That's coins in the coffers. Finance versus basketball purity, an eternal trial, yet zoom back into the locker room. Humanity. Kuminga flipping a towel over his shoulder, smile faint but eyes burning. He knows his name trends daily. Giddy, in OKC's training complex, phones. Buzzing with agents' cryptic emojis, he claims he's just hooping. But every glance at Bleacher Report thumps in his ribcage. These are kids under 24 bearing the weight of dynastic expectations. Memory check. In 2014, the Warriors almost shipped Klay for Kevin Love. That veto signaled the dynasty's birth. What if this is that crossroads again? Do you trade raw force for a shiny skill set and regret it for a decade or stand pat? Watch the window shut and wonder what fresh blood might have done. So here we stand in the glow of a digital bonfire, rumor sparks swirling overhead. The front office's phone line hums like a live wire. And Dub Nation's heart drums a thunder rhythm, part terror, part thrill. This isn't just basketball business. It's the living saga of a community, of memories forged in the concrete of East Bay, and reborn on the gleaming waterfront dot will Giddy ignite the Chase Center with new age sorcery, stitching rings into the twilight of Curry's legend? Or will this be the fracture where dynasty dreams crumble, and all-in gamble swallowed by cap horror and chemistry collapse? The fog of salary stress is relentless, curling around every tweet, every ping from Woy. But one thing's crystal. This is not the hour for caution. It's a crossroad roaring with legacy on one side, reinvention on the other, and silence has no seat at this table. So I'm throwing down the gauntlet. Right now, burst that comment section wide open. Who do you trust to carry the flame? Kuminga's supernova potential or Giddy's jumbo guard wizardry? Are we resilient or unraveling? I'm here, pulse racing, ready to debate until dawn. Because this moment, my friends, will echo through every future banner or every heartbreaking what if we ever raise again in Dub Nation. Let's make noise, because the next thunderclap is ours to define.